My name is Holloway, the music director. I came on as a book writer initially. Myself and two theater collaborators were hired by Lee to co-write the script with him a few years ago. But because I'm also a musician, pianist, MD, I kind of slid into this role when we moved from the writing process into the production process. I've been working with Peter literally daily for feels like years now. You know, there was something in this process that we realized at some point, which is that MacGyver is almost more of a principle than it is a human being. It's in the text, it's in the lyrics. MacGyver could be anyone, and everyone has a MacGyver inside of them. And it's just that sort of wherewithal, the presence of mind, being in the moment, being able to show up with nothing and make it happen, do whatever you need to do. You know, there's something, theater is kind of like full of MacGyvers. Theater is inherently a MacGyver-y world. Everyone, if you've ever worked on any theater project anywhere ever, you've MacGyvered something, and you've been around 100 people who've been MacGyvering things. So it feels very appropriate, and in this weird way, you know, we've written this show, which this is, you know, kind of right out of Lee's initial concept, which is that the audience member plays the lead, right? So if you look at MacGyver as a principle, and you kind of see that it's this showing up with nothing and making it up as you go along, the only person in the theater who could possibly play MacGyver would be somebody who has no clue what they're doing. That's actually the best way to embody that principle. So MacGyvering is what I'm doing when I show up in the moment and I don't necessarily know how it's going to go, or there's unknowns in the equation, and you just embrace them. You know, there's this point where, and I would say that working on this project has definitely instilled that in me, the willingness to just show up and not know everything, but just kind of trust and lean in. I honestly think this is a show that could speak to everyone. I think there's obviously an appeal to people who love MacGyver and have loved MacGyver, people of my generation and older who sort of were around when the show was on the air. But I think that there's a whole wave of younger people who will also be way into this, just because it speaks to the times. It's a timeless principle. You know, MacGyver as a principle is a totally timeless thing. So I really think this has something for everyone.